Good morning, my name's Tom. I'm a walkthrough host here with Homans, and I'm going to do a walk around for your new or your 16 Wildwood and tell you some of the things, how they work on the outside. Then we'll go inside and do the same thing. You have a tongue jack to extend or retract here, and then also you have on and off light to work by. Your LP tanks are both full and they're both on right now. It's a good idea to camp with one of them off. That way, when you run out of gas in one tank, you'll have a backup, and then you'll get the empty tank filled, and that way you'll never run out of LP gas. Behind that's your deep cycle marine battery. You want to make sure that you check the cells every 45 months. Make sure there's water over the plates. If it's at or below the plates, just add some distilled water. To come on around, one side of your storage is here, and inside we've placed a dump hose for you. That dump hose will be used to dump your sewer and gray water. So we come on around, we come to your sewer connection, and it's located right here underneath the belly. The big knife blade to the left is your toilet, and the gray one, or the small one to the right, is your gray water, your sinks and shower. So you'll hook the hose up. It's a bayonet connection. Twist this cap off, twist the hose on, put it in the dump. You'll pull your black first. Let that completely dump. Then you can close the valve and then pull your gray, and that will help wash out your hose for your dump hose. You want to let those tanks fill up to at least 2/3. Do not, if you're at a full hookup, do not leave the valves open. The water will run away and leave the solids in the black tank, and then it's difficult to clean out. Located here is your 30 amp service. All that cable is yours, and we're plugged into 30 amps so we can demonstrate some of the things to you of your unit. City water connection is here, and so you can hook up your city water there. This is your onboard tank, which we put water in to test things out, but your city water connection is here. So if you're to hook up with full hookup, you can hook your hose up to the city water connection. Make sure you have a pressure regulator at the source, and that way you'll keep the pressure inside your unit at 55 pounds, which that's what it's rated for. Located here is your water heater. The water heater is gas only. To light it off, you go inside and push the button, and it will automatically light up. You want to make sure there's water in the tank, and of course we've dewinterized your unit, and there is water in the tank, and it is ready for use. Located back of your unit are satellite and cable hookup if you so desire. You do have a grill. The grill, you can pull the pin and swing the arm around to your cook station, and it hooks into the gas connection underneath the belly located here. You do have a small outside refrigerator. It works as you're plugged in at shore power. Otherwise it's not working. And then you have a dump sink. It's called a dump sink because once you run water in it, you'll dump it out just like that. We have water to it. So you're ready to cook. Located on this side of your unit are the stabilizing buttons. You'll hit the stabilizer once you get your unit level by backing up on the low side tires, raising that side to a level, and then also with your tongue jack you'll raise or lower to get it level forward and aft. Then you can push this button, which is your stabilizer, and bring the stabilizer all the way to the ground. Do not lift with these. Only touch the ground, and that will stabilize your unit. There's a button for the rear and a button for the front. Located here is your furnace exhaust. It's a good idea to have a screen for this. They sell screens at any RV place. You could order one from here and they would ship it to you. The other stabilizer button is located here and operates the same way. The other side of your storage located there. Now we'll go inside. Have your awning out, and before we go inside, I'll just mention you want to make sure that you do not leave this out in windy weather. It's not for storms, it's just for sunshade. And to get better sunshade, you can pull this down and lower one side or both sides, and that will give you better sun protection. Now we can go inside and do the same thing. As we come in, to your left you'll find your power panel. By pushing the buttons, you can see that the battery's fully charged. Your fresh tank does have some in it. Black tank is empty and your gray is empty. Water pump's on, so we can test some things here. Water heater, the gas, you're going to turn it on, and the default light will go out when it lights off. Default light may come back on 3 times and stay on the 3rd time if it didn't find gas. There, it just found gas and it's operating on gas. We're going to turn that off. Lights, the button next to the water heater, are your porch lights, and indoor lights are located here. Your awning comes in with this button. Simply pushing the button, it will roll itself in. It's a good idea to leave it out when you first get it, if it's a nice sunny day, to let it air out. This button is for your slide in. By pushing it up, the slide will come in and out, of course. Down it goes out. Have a radio located here with its own remote. And turn it back off. And location for a TV here, and you can plug that TV into your onboard antenna. And but you want to, if you're using your onboard antenna, you want to push the HD booster button on so that you can receive those HD stations. Your dinette breaks down into a bed, and all you'll do is remove the table legs. They come off the table and they come off of the floor, and then you put the table on the rails on each side. Bring your pillows forward and you'll have a bed from your dinette. The couch also folds out. It's a futon type couch. You'll lift up the bottom and it will come out and make into a small bed as well. We come on around. As we said, we have water on board so we can test some things for you. You do have a nice microwave above the sink. And next to the sink is your cooktop. You simply turn it to light, hit the sparker, and it will light whichever burner you want to use. Make sure they're turned off, because when they're turned on, gas is coming out. You can also light your pilot by turning this to pilot for your oven, pushing it in, and using a stick lighter 2/3 back in the middle, you'll find the pilot light will light, and then you can cook in your oven. So we turn around from the cooktop, find your thermostat. Your thermostat, you just scroll through and find what you want. Cool, lower the temperature to where the AC kicks on. There you go. And then scroll down to heat. You can adjust the temperature up so the furnace comes on. The furnace is LP and run with your gas. The air conditioner is 30 amps. You do not want to run the air conditioner unless you are plugged into a 30 amp service. So I scrolled through the on off switch. All units will turn off here pretty soon. The AC just turned off, and the furnace will turn off in just a moment. Located down here close to the floor is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. In the bathroom, your toilet has a foot pedal, and you simply touch the foot pedal. The water's coming in to bring the level to where you want to use the unit. After use, press all the way down, and it will flush the toilet. This goes directly to your black tank. This is where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. Before you start camping, open it up, pour your chemicals in, or a tab, or whatever black tank chemicals you want to use. It does not matter. They all work the same. Then you're ready to camp. After you've dumped your tank, it's a good idea to put more chemicals in with some water, even if you're going home. On the wall, you have a light switch for your light above your cabinet. The GFI is located in here, and the GFI may be wired to the electrical units elsewhere near water. Nice size shower and a vent to vent the bathroom. As you come on back to your refrigerator is gas or electric. We're plugged in, it automatically will choose electric. That's what it's on now. If you need to switch it to gas, let the gas button out, turn it back on, it will look for gas. If this light comes on and stays on, it did not find gas. Push the button back in, it'll automatically go back to electric. Freezer's nice and cold. According to how you use your unit, if you're traveling, what you want to do is get your refrigerator started the night before. Get your freezer food in here that afternoon or the morning of the before you leave, and then also your food for your refrigerator. Get it in there, leave it on all night before you leave, and everything will stay nice and cold as you travel. Nice bunkhouse with individual lights above the bunks. Down here is your power box, which has your 110 breakers to the left, and past your converter or your 12 volts. They're all marked as to what they go to. That pretty well takes care of your walkthrough. We know that you're going to enjoy your unit. It's a nice used unit. Doesn't look like it's been abused. So we want to thank you for buying your unit from Holman's, and have a nice camping trip.